guys, and welcome to another battle report. So, facing off the Vermisborn again, and we play normal deployment with Holder Center. And for his army, he got a Dreadmill, he got a Plague Claw Catapult, he got a unit of 40 slaves. Behind them, he got his unit of Red Hawks with his BSB in it. And behind that he got his Plague Bearer with the Plague Pendulum and a Big Lord on that. Then he got a unit of Rat-at-Arms. In there he got his General riding on something, and as well as a Meat Grinder. Behind there he got a unit of Plague Bearers with flails. And behind that a cannon, and finally a unit of giant rats. So for myself, I got a unit of 3 Petrolon riders. Behind them I got a unit of skink hunters with blowpipes. Then I got a unit of 3 Ramphadon. Behind them I got a salamander. Then I actually forgot some models, so all the terrain in that unit are proxies for caimans. 5 of them within 40 skinks. I then got a Trixcutus with the last cannon on it. Then forward of that I got a small skink unit. I used in some proxies there as well. I forgot some skinks for this game. In that unit I got my BSB with the Skull Splitter Bow. I got my Slann with the Unconquerable Will and Alchemy. And I got the Saurian Scarvet riding on a Raptor. Then I got a unit of 10 more skink hunters. Behind them I got a salamander. I got 5 chameleons. Their job is to stop the Dreadmill from charging anything important. And I got a unit of 30 Saurian warriors with spear. In there I got a Raptor rider. This one got the Tower Star helm, and the other one got the Buffer's helm, so they are pretty tanky. I also got a unit of chameleon skinks who are deployed to the very left of my army. And to start off the game, his giant rat charges my Petrolon riders. I thought I was very out of distance because I thought they have movement 5, but they actually have movement 7 and swift stride, I think, so they are fast as shit. So he made it into my Ramphadon riders, who are frenzied, so they couldn't flee. So that was a miscalculation on my part. You should always ask your opponent what their unit does before you take any of these kinds of decisions. But anyway, he got his Yandrat into my Ramphadon. He pushes up his line a bit. A good thing his Dreadmill didn't roll too good, and each managed to almost kill off that Plague Claw Catapult. I think it got 1 or 2 wounds remaining, which is very good. Here is a picture of this part of his army are pushing forward, and we talked about it after this game. It was kind of a mistake of having the Plague Bearer furthest back. They kind of need to get into combat to actually do something, but you will see what will happen later in the game. And here he pushes up this part of his army. I think one of the weapon teams, I think you have 2 rattling guns and a plague thrower, or what they called, shoot into this combat. He managed to do a wound to one of my Ramphadon and kill 6 of his rats, which isn't a very good trade for me because my Ramphadon are expensive and his rats are cheap. And well, he managed to do 2 wounds to my Ramphadon, and I kill a couple of rats. I'm within BSB and General's leadership, so I stick, and I reform like this so I can send in my skinks to add some rank bonus and so on to this combat. Well, not much happened in combat actually, or in my turn in general. I stay back with most things. I move some units a bit to be within shooting range and chefing him up. But the main thing, I sent in my skinks against the giant rats. I managed to break them. I did get off 2 extra armor save to my Ramphadon, which is good. And they didn't suffer any penalties. They have to chase them. I think I didn't lose last combat. I think we drawed. I had to chase them and then chase them off the board and ended up, as you can see them, thanks to the center of the skink unit being so much to the right. And well, here you can actually see my Saurian veteran are chefing up his unit of Rat-at-Arms. I placed him so I would not be, if he charged, he would not be in base contact with his meat grinder, but his general, and hopefully I can challenge him and may hopefully kill him. You never know. I got great weapon and he has to reroll wounds towards me. But he ignores armor save with that sword, so it's a if I can win scenario to that one. Yeah, I had a skink unit and a salamander whose slaves tried to charge. They failed that charge, and then his rat hulks tried to charge my chameleon, but because of the slaves failed and didn't run far enough, they blocked the Rattling Hulks. Sorry. So he could not get into my chameleons and he just failed charge, and that stops his plague bears from getting much forward as well, so that's really good. And he takes his Dreadmill into my chameleon skinks. His Rattling Gun makes short work of this skink unit. I only have 4 skinks remaining, unfortunately. And in this combat, he didn't do anything to me. I did a wound towards his lord. And yeah, I stick on the leadership 4 or something like that. So that's good. Well, I think in my turn, my Petrodon, you cannot see them, charge both his weapons team and they both choose to flee. And now I just move up my units to shoot at his Plague Discipline and move my Ramphadon around to take care of his cannon or if any of his weapon team actually rallies. Well, here you see what I did here. I charged his slaves first, knowing that he would flee. Then I tried to I don't know if I tried to get into the Rattling Log. Not sure, but anyway, let's make the, you will see next picture why I did that charge. You see, I charged out with my Saurian veteran with the Terrorsaur helm into the Dreadmill. Hopefully I can wipe that thing out. If not, I will chase him. And hopefully I will be within arc of his Rattling Hulks, so he will flank charge me. I think I will survive that charge, even though he's strength 6. Hopefully I will break. He will have to pursue and then get stuck within that statue, and I could flank charge him with my Saurian warriors. That's the plan, at least. And the Dreadmill will hopefully just bounce over the slaves right above this picture off the board. That was the plan, at least, so we will see how it works out. You can see also my Skinks Hunter and my Salamander manages to rally this turn as well, so that's really good. And here you can see the slaves fled, not as long as I hoped for. They ended up, so now the Dreadmill will just stay on the board even if it rolls high, but hopefully it can fail its leadership to rally next turn. His general are far away, so it's only leadership 6 or 7, so that's pretty good. In Magic, I used the last cannon on the Triscutus to get rid of this weapon team. And unfortunately, my Saurian veteran, even though he did not suffer any wound, he didn't manage to do any wounds towards his general, and they win and they run pursue and hit my skink unit. So that isn't too good, but hopefully I can take out his Meat Grinder with my Caimans at least. That's the hope. So we will see what happened. So for his turn, his Plague Discipline charges my Skink Hunters, they flee, charges my Chameleon, they flee, and he ended up fail charging and then end up as you can see him. I think, no, let's see next picture. Yeah, his poison thrower rallies were without the general leadership, but the rat Lingan, who were within the general's leadership, actually failed. So it ran to the cannon panicked and cannot shoot this turn, which is good. And the slaves and the Dreadmill decided that after I broke them from combat with my Saurian veteran, I rolled too long with him. I think I rolled an 11 or a 10 or something, so I were without of the Arc of the Rattling Hawks, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, Dreadmill and slaves off the board, which is good. And well, this unit of Red Arms kill a crap ton of skinks, as you can see. I did kill his Dreadmill, but yeah, he decided not to pursue because he didn't want the Triscutus into the flank. Yeah, I can understand that. I would gladly send in my Triscutus into the flank of that unit because I'm causing terror and he hasn't that good of a leadership and I can stomp, so yeah, probably a wise decision. And now my skinks, they are above 25%, so they will rally on a leadership 8 reroll. That shouldn't be any problem for me, especially with Cold Blood next turn. So everything is good here. Problem on this flank, his Rattling Hawks make an 11 charge. He rolled at 11 he needed, and yeah, made it into my Saurian warriors. They have taken some wound from the Plague Claw Catapult earlier on, but he killed like 17 or something of them. Break them, and I need to roll a 4 to rally, which is decent chance with Cold Blood at least. So we will see if they can turn around to face and fight another day. But yeah, the Rattling Hawks are too far ahead, which is problematic. To make matter worse, I failed at leadership 8, cold-blooded, rerollable, and I roll a double 6 for distance of flee. So my unit runs off the board, unfortunately. Not good at all. But yeah, we will see how I solve this problem. Some good news. The Saurian Warriors rally and a reform like that to be without the arc of his Rattling Hawks. I send forth my Salamander in front of them. He will charge my Salamander, and if he shoots to overrun, he will hit my Skink Hunters, which is decent, but not too good. Or he might hit them if he rolls good enough, but he's Swift Ride, so he probably will if he would do that overrun. I send my Triscutus in front of his Red Arms unit. My plan and hope here is he will not kill me. I will do a crushing attack and get rid of his general, which is the plan because his general got no ward save. He got a 1-up reroll armor save, but no ward save. So a crushing attack that hits and wounds, and his general is dead. so that's always something. I sent forth my Skinks unit, by the way, to stop his Plague Bearers from getting forward, and my Slan and BSB moves further to the left, away from his army. On this flank, things are going much smoothly. Both my Skink Hunter and my Chameleon rallies. Petrodon moves over his Plague Discipline, drop their rocks, and there are only 2 guys remaining. Ramphadon charges his rallied Plague Thrower in front of his cannon, so I will kill that and then overrun into the cannon. And if he's Rattling Gun rally, I will overrun into that next turn. That's the plan, at least, with the Ramphadon. This Scarvet charges his Plague Catapult, picking up the points where I can, so that's good. Ramphadon kill off his weapon team, but managed to roll 3 ones for overrun, so I didn't hit the cannon. And yeah, but the cannon failed his panic check, so we cannot shoot next turn anyway, so that's at least something. His Red Arm have taken some heavy losses. I think the Salamander spit fire at him, some skink shot, and so on. So he doesn't have too many models left. Hopefully my Triscutus can just grind down that unit after killing his general. His Plague Bearer charged my Skinks, he will kill them and overrun. His Rattling Old charged my Salamander. If he chooses to overrun, he will not hit my Saurian Warriors, but my Skinks, which is good because Saurian Warriors are more expensive. But anyway, that's his charges. Well, this unit tried to charge my Skink Hunters. I rolled those 2 6s I needed to kill him off with poison, and they are dead, so that's good. Yeah, the Rattling Hulks managed to make it into the Skink Hunters, and they will make short work of that unit. Yeah, up for the Dinosaur's turn. And well, you can see here, my Triscutus managed to kill off his general with a tail attack, which is appreciated. I send in my Saurian veteran into the flank there. My hope there is, since the Triscutus got a rank, he will run away from the Triscutus, and I hope my Triscutus are able to run out of the arc of his Plague Bearers. And yeah, this Saurian warrior just marched towards the middle. Ramphadon charged the cannon and make short work of that thing. And yeah, his Plague Bearer have taken some casualties from shooting and magic, but the good thing in combat, my Triscutus and my Scarvet managed to get rid of his Red Arms, who got his Meat Grinder and Engineer, so that's a lot of point swing for my part, really needed to secure the victory. And now the whole game plan is basically what I have always done against this opponent, trying to avoid every rat dressed in green to get into any important combat, and hopefully I can stop the Rattling Hulk from getting into any important combat as well. That's the plan, at least, and it's only 2 more turns, so hopefully I can manage to do that. Ramphadon kill off the cannon and will overrun off the board. Well, his turn, he pushes his units into the middle. You can see 2 Plague Bearers standing in front of his unit. That's actually where his frontage is. So yeah, that's basically his turn 5. Well, my turn 6, my turn 5, sorry. I do something I'm not very pleased of. Basically, I double chaff his units, all of them. So first off, his Rattling Hulks, they can charge my Skink, I will flee. What's important then is I pass my panic check with the salamander. He can redirect into the salamander. I will flee there as well. And then my Saurian on Raptor would stop him from manage to make any of those charges. So his Rat Hulks will make a fail charge, and actually the same thing will happen with his Plague Bearers, cause my Kaminas Kings is the only thing he can charge first. I will flee, then I will have to make a panic check with my Petrodon Riders and the Slann and the BSB. Then I will he can redirect into my Petrodon Riders, and I will just flee there as well. And then the Slann and the BSB will just stop him from making the charge into the Chameleon Kings or the Petrodon. So basically what I'm doing is I'm stopping his unit from getting into combat, which is unfortunate because it's a game mechanic, but yeah, what can you do? I don't feel good about it, but yeah, if the rule is as it is, you have to use it, right? And well, final pick of the game, I rally everything. I use every unit I have to shoot at the Plague Bearer, manage to get them below 25%, scoring half victory points for them. My Saurian warrior unit, you can see to the right of this picture, at least the champion of them, they are walking in a conga line, will march up to the middle to be within 6 inches of it and stop him from scoring the objective. And in the end, I think I won by a 14-6 or a 13-7, something in that point range. We didn't really count it. It was like 1,500 victory points plus for my part, and yeah, the limit between a 13-7 and a 14-6 is actually that. So it's a small victory for the dinosaurs. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. If you have any questions, post them below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Feel free to subscribe, and that's it. Have a nice one.